Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Box. You see, I was going to make a really long video with all these different things together, but then my computer wanted to do something when I was filming a video, so it sort of made my video go funny. Then I thought maybe I should just put each bit into short videos. So this bit I was going to talk about the fact that my autism, we've gone private, decided to go private for my autism assessment, and we've been given a date for the end of this month, which is really exciting, except the person who we're going to isn't quite efficient with his emails, because we've been given a date but not a lot of information about where or what to bring and anything. But we sort of know where, but it's just give us a date. So I hope we do get to see him on that date and have a chat. So I've decided to build this book up with sort of stories about me. But my first section, I'm using the list of female Asperger's syndrome traits chart by Rudy Simone, then going through and writing an answer for each one. And then I'm going to print out my the Aspie test, which has been updated, and it's got the questions are slightly different, and there's actually some really interesting questions in it. So I'm going to stick that in. I did it quick on my iPad when I saw a tweet that it had been updated, so I quickly did the test on my iPad, and I got 173 out of 200. So I'm going to need to print off the questions, and then I'm going to sort of write about them in this book. So when I've had been to my assessment, hopefully this month, then I will go do some videos going through my answers in this book. There is another thing, I sort of chose this Hello Kitty book instead of scary book, even though it's sort of, I don't know, because it sort of feels like a safe design and it's all cute and girly, so it makes it a bit easier to feel safe in the pages. My thoughts can be in the pages, so there's lots I've written. So I shall go through all that I've written properly after my assessment, because the thing, I haven't really got much trust in the professionals, because I've been passed from pillar to post for ages, and then the first person I actually get on with and can talk to and just be like completely open with, and his office was like really good because it had lots of textures in it, so I really enjoyed his office. And then he left the clinic and it felt like I'd been abandoned, and he was the first person that I could actually talk to and relate to and understand, and because there's sort of a cultural reference point, because I find it hard, like I can't talk about my Doctor Who things when they're like older guys and stuff, and they're from another culture. I can't talk about my Doctor Who things and my J-lock and making pictures and stuff. Oh, my computer's being annoying. Why is my camera? Sorry, my camera keeps freezing the picture while I'm trying to talk. I'll just stop waving my Hello Kitty book about. I bought this camera because it was meant to be a better camera. It's because the computer keeps looking for stuff in the background, which is annoying. Anyway, yeah, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, when it sees it, when this cultural reference points to talk about Doctor Who and other stuff, because every time I talk about Doctor Who, I'm like, just the people the professionals listening, they just don't get it, because they don't know what I'm talking about, and I have to explain it. And then it's like, then when I have to explain it, I thought that. But when I can just be me and I can understand what the other person is saying clearly, and they sort of, well, they don't get me, because I just completely talk about all my fantasy world and my dreams and stuff, and so they don't really understand me. But it feels like what I'm putting out there is actually getting through. And so the first person that felt like, when he went and left the clinic I went to, and I was really upset because I felt abandoned. So I'm hoping, talking directly to this person who you're going to say, I'm hoping you won't abandon me, and we will be able to chat, and you will sort of maybe not concentrate on Game of Thrones so much and concentrate more on giving prompt information. I hope I'm not being rude, but any professionals who really kind of want to thin ice with me now, because I don't really trust any of them. So, and also I can't find it hard to visualize that other people basically have their own stuff going on and can't just like sit by their email every single day. I do check my email a few times, but I find it hard to picture the fact that other people are busy, so they don't always reply quickly. So I find that a bit difficult. So I'm hoping all goes well with my autism assessment. One of the videos I was thinking of doing was actually about, because I was thinking, well, basically recently I've had a bathroom phobia of my own bathroom in my own house, but I'm getting a radio with lots of, so I can put the songs on, because I've been using mum and dad's bathroom because the smell is neutral. Not that my bathroom smells on purpose, but there was a certain lovely friend, we had a bit of a mess, and well, there was a bit of sort of tiny little sort of flood thing in the bathroom, and then I had a big meltdown about it, but then it was alright with him again. But there was a smell, and the smell was wrong in my bathroom for ages. So I used mum and dad's bathroom because it smelled neutral, because there was no smell, and because the shower is easier because it's just a flap, you just twist hot and cold, and mine's dials. I'll give you a tip: don't buy a shower because it looks like something from Doctor Who if you can't actually use the ruddy thing. So yeah, my first requirement for getting my own shower was that it looks like something in Doctor Who. So that's something you shouldn't actually do. You should go for function over tardiness. So I've learned that now. So it means you can look at which showers are easier, and then you can pick which one looks most like a Doctor Who something. So yeah. And then I had the video on in my mum and dad's bathroom, and the acoustics are really good, so I've been able to sing along to it and dance. About 20 minutes is about in the shower, then there's about 2 or 3 hours where I'm just dancing in the bathroom and singing, and makes me feel really happy. But now I'm back in my own bathroom, so I'm getting a radio, and it's one of them Rogers revival radios. It's a retro radio. One of my elderly relatives used to have one in the 50s or something. Anyway, it's the red leather one. I said I'm gonna have that, and then I'll be able to just press a button and listen to the dramas, and like when they have interesting topics on, because I know I could like watch it on the telly, but then I can't use, because sometimes I have multiple things on at once. Like I'll have play the iPad while the telly's on, or I'll have the telly on while the computer's on, because I like to have each one doing a separate thing. So I'll be able to have my video and press a button and do lots of singing and dancing, which makes me really happy. So, sorry, I got sidetracked. So the thing I was thinking about in my bathroom was, I could tell you about when I couldn't distinguish like what was when fiction felt really real to me. So I was gonna get my boot to show you, but as my camera's been funny about me showing you stuff and freezing the picture on me, I'll just tell you for now. So I haven't always understood that fictional programs haven't been real, and that it was just pretend. So the first thing I got sort of obsessed with was Interview with a Vampire, and it was in the middle of like, you know, in your art GCSE, you have to do like an ideas book. Well, unfortunately, I got obsessed with Interview with a Vampire. I haven't even seen the whole film. All the bit I was obsessed with was the image of Brad Pitt as a vampire and the image of Tom Cruise as a vampire. That's the only bit I was obsessed with. It wasn't anything else. I wasn't the story. I never read the books. I never actually watched the whole film. I was just obsessed with this, just what the image of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise as vampires. I can't really explain why. So my ideas book was just sticking in random pictures of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise as vampires, and then just drawing some cartoon vampire-y stuff, and they weren't very good because I was obsessed with it. And around that time, it must have been around the same time I was obsessed with aliens. So there was aliens in my ideas book too, like really crappy alien pictures, random. Because I saw the X-Files, and I also, so I got started reading like books as about aliens. I read about a book called Sightings about aliens, and I read in a book that aliens are most likely to get you between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. So I used to stay up between the hours of 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. No, sorry, I can't do this. 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. So I used to stay up between those hours and would only go to sleep once the alien abduction hours had passed. So talking about this now, it's kind of making me scared. I don't want to get abducted by aliens tonight. That's weird. So I used to be obsessed with the X-Files, because the scene when Fox Mulder's sister gets taken through the window, because I got big windows like that, so I was really scared. And then also, I think around the same time, I used to watch The Outer Limits. That was scary too. Now, with the Twilight Zone, I think I had more of a handle on the fact that that wasn't really real than I did with The Outer Limits. I got scared of The Outer Limits because they're opening titles. So I think I was about 14, 15, and was thinking that aliens were real. And wow. So then it was So then it was when I'll tell you about my Andrew Garfield, why I like Andrew Garfield. Well, I'm not as like excited about like yay at the moment. It's just sort of, well, I got sick suddenly when I felt dark clouds behind my head in my bathroom, and they were like floating behind my head, and eventually they crept up on me, and then I sort of felt like I'd been split, and like the feeling of the person inside who looks after me had like gone away, and I was just like and everything like became scary. I remember I sat on my sofa, my old sofa, just huddled up, and Boy A came on, and it was Andrew Garfield, and it wasn't a very pleasant story, but it sort of felt like an anchor. So that's when I started to just find Andrew Garfield sort of a good person, because he was sort of an anchor. I know I don't make any sense, but so, and I'll tell you, when Doctor Who started, well, to be very honest, I think I'd heard it was coming back, and I thought, and I'd heard the name Billy Piper linked to it, and like a lot of people thought, not sure about that, because I sort of used to find Billy Piper kind of a little bit annoying. So then I thought, I'm not sure about that. And then the trailers came on with Christopher Eccleston, and he came like running down and said, and the thing that got me scared was, the day the earth died in a ball of flame, or something like that, paraphrasing. And it's like, no, is it, the earth's dying, as I thought, I got scared, really scared, thought, that sounds real, so I didn't watch the first few episodes of the Eccleston era, because I got too scared, because the reason I got scared, because with my family, I watched The Second Coming, written by Russell T Davies, starring Christopher Eccleston, and I got really scared watching that. So here comes another really scary sounding thing with Christopher Eccleston by Russell T Davies, but it sounds real. So eventually, well, it's in the past 2 or 3 years that I started to understand that things aren't real, that it's just pretend, but I still get all the like sort of overwhelming empathy and emotions from it. So I still, when like a character goes through, so I get anxiety about it, even though it's just on the tally. I still get anxiety about it and worry about stuff, and so I understand that it's not real and it's just actors and it's just pretend, although Doctor Who's totally real. But I understand that now. But it took me till about 2 or 3 years ago to fully comprehend. But I don't know if that's because of my antidepressants or what, that I started to properly understand that things aren't real and it's just pretend. But I still get incredibly emotionally involved in storylines, especially in the soaps and that. And obviously in Doctor Who, especially Vincent and the Doctor, I feel so much emotions when in fiction. I'm always crying and stuff and sort of getting anxious, and I have river song rage. So I have, so, and I get ragey when there's like certain characters I don't like in Doctor Who, especially with Song, and then when people start saying, oh, she might be coming back, or she might be in this, like, so I have a song reach, but I have enormous amounts of empathy for fiction. So like for real life situations, I understand it's when things are bad things, but it doesn't really internally, it doesn't have the same impact as when I see fiction stuff. Although I had a meltdown because there was that horrible documentary on BBC Amanda Knox, and it showed you all the graphic crime scene pictures. So I had quite a distressing meltdown. I fainted, and then I was like crying and sort of screaming and being really upset. So I think there's a bit that is starting to understand the distress of real life situations, and but it's not as strong as my feelings or empathy for fictional characters and stories and stuff. Now I'm just trying to pick up my thread. The next thing was another time I got sick. Heroes is a particularly bad show for me. I think from the very start of Heroes, I was sort of a bit delusional about it being real, because obviously when it started, I didn't comprehend or to the process that it was just Zachary Quinto just dressed up pretending, because I didn't know who Zachary Quinto was. He was just this, to me, it was this bad guy that we all had to fight him and get rid of him. And there's like Hero with his time traveling, and everybody else had really good powers, and I didn't have a power that was good enough to get rid of Zachary Quinto's characters. Like, oh no, I'm rubbish hero. How am I going? Because everybody else has got really good power and I haven't. What am I going to do? I literally laid in bed one night and I was having a panic attack about not being good enough power to take down Zachary Quinto's character. I think he was called Sylar, was he? But I was like panicking so much, I think, what can I do? How can I help take down that evil guy? So I managed about the first series of Heroes, then I had to avoid it because I was scared. So Heroes was totally like a complete scary sort of delusional thought process for me, because I didn't really get that it wasn't real, or that Zachary Quinto was just an actor pretending. It felt really real to me. Can somebody tell me how to make camera so it stops freezing the picture? I don't know what I'm doing wrong with it, because I have filmed a video successfully on this before without it doing this stuff. So it's really annoying me. But I hope you're enjoying my talking anyway. So yeah, that's a bit about me and my sort of yeah, I've been having some sleep problems, and I've been getting suggestions to listen to this Andrew guy's app, and apparently he talks if you're going to sleep, but that's not the thing with me. It's not the getting to sleep, it's my dream world, and when my dream world gets a bit bad, I need to fix it. So I'm going to watch episodes of Doctor Who on my iPad before I go to sleep, because then I can get David Tennant into my dreams, and it's sort of feels safe with David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston and Matt Smith and Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin, because like I can just sort of lucid dream and hang out with them, and it makes me feel happy. But when it's my other type of dream, it's not very happy. So that's why I'm going to watch Doctor Who episodes before I go to bed, because then it really clarifies David coming into my dreams. So, and it's fun too. I watched The Unicorn and the Wasp, and it was really funny, especially when David says medium. No, not medium. He doesn't say medium, he says maiden, where he has to eat the sardines and the protein and all that. I really like that episode. So I'm going to watch Doctor Who episodes on my iPad in bed, because you can get them on the Amazon Prime video streaming thing, which is awesome. So you can like curl up in bed and watch Doctor Who. Yeah, I've got another. I've also since my previous video where I talked about Amazon Prime, I've watched all of Red Dwarf classic series. I spent nearly a week and just getting stinkier and stinkier in my pyjamas because I had to watch all the Red Dwarf episodes. And I couldn't do anything, literally couldn't do anything else. Sorry for using the word literally grammatically wrongly, and sorry for that being garbled. But I couldn't really do anything else until I'd watched all the classic Red Dwarf episodes. And then I did the same about, I just completed it a few days ago of all the Kyle XY episodes, because that came up on Amazon Prime too. So I was curious about that, and I watched them all. Then I find out that it just petered out towards the end. But out of that story, I sort of can like let go of that story now. But I think Kyle should totally be with Jessie, because I think that's better. So that was my opinion on that. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been watching on Amazon Prime. And obviously that Martin's back in that Fargo series. So although it's not my kind of story, but I'll watch it. I'll have to have a look to see what Martin's like, because he's lovely and cute. I think that's all I have to say in this video. I'm going to do hopefully if I can get my camera to work properly, I'm going to do my next video, which is going to be about my drawings, what I've done. For my I was had an opportunity, earned an opportunity from HuviaNet to write a Doctor Who articles every month. It's going to be fun and a challenge, because like writing, I say writing that is something I find a bit more difficult, but I am kind of good when I concentrate. But yeah, I'm going to be doing my best to write really interesting Doctor Who articles for everyone. But I'll tell you more about that on my Who Ventures channel when it's all properly started. But yeah, I had an opportunity to do that, so I'm really excited about that, and it should be really fun. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'm sorry about any camera difficulties and that. So I hope everyone's really happy, and lots of big hugs for everyone, and yay, and thank you for watching.